Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another exploration. Second of our videos looking at the ploughing match in West Grinstead in West Sussex, and I'm again joined by the wonderful Richard Verrall. We have a chugging tractor behind us, Richard.
Yes, that is an American case, probably, well, bound to be pre-war. It may have come over before the war, but perhaps during the war on lease land or something like that.
The war is a very interesting period for tractors, isn't it? Because we were absolutely desperate to grow food.
That's right.
And technology was coming on, and we just needed that mechanical power to assist.
Definitely. Because not many people realise most of the war, agricultural war, was done by hand with horses.
Yes.
There weren't many tractors. And what were about, they were all on allocation. You couldn't just go and buy one. Nowadays, the dealers would pull your arm off if you look at a tractor. They got so many,
yes.
But there was on allocation, and if one came in the country, you might get it, you might not. So you relied heavily on your staff and your horses, I'm afraid.
So here we are, this chap.
He's off now.
He's off. Let's have a quick look at him, shall we? And he's pulling again, it's a vintage sort of plough. I'm going to just get a quick shot of that as it goes. Just follow it. I don't want to put you off, but it's an amazing piece of apparatus, how it works. And there he goes.
This is interesting that all these vintage tractors are almost without cease are nearly all American imports.
Oh,
The
right.
early Fordsons were American imports, the early ones, but this case is definitely an American. And next door, we will see in a minute, there's a very antique looking International, I think it is, we'll find out in a minute. Yeah, the plough is what they call a trailer plough. In other words, it's trailed behind it from the drawbar, not connected to the tractor.
Oh, I see.
With the modern ploughs all connected hydraulically, and you control everything from the
cab. Here you've got some mechanic. You've got to get off and
we've got to lean over and wind handles or pull levers to get it out of the ground.
Right.
Health and safety nightmare, I should think.
I should think it was. The ploughing match itself is. What's the aim of ploughing matches today?
I suppose
it's showing off the skills.
Yeah,
presumably.
to keep the skills alive, because it's definitely an acquired skill. You can't just drop the plough in the ground and do it. Well, you saw someone earlier spending ages fiddling with his plough to get it just right.
Absolutely.
But these guys are a bit more practical. If these are the vintage class, they're more practical. They've still got a lot to do. I think they've got to be finished this plot by 1 o'clock, so he's got quite a lot to do. Now you see, against that balanced plough we looked at, that went up and down against the same work all the time.
Yes.
These go round and round, and when you get in the middle, you have to do what they call a finish or an empt, and you have to make it look neat and tidy. But the idea is this should finish parallel, so you don't have any short turns in the middle. That's the idea.
That's it. That's the concept. And we can see, there's so many different types of tractors here. That's a Caterpillar, is it?
I think that's an old D2, obviously American again, probably 1938, something like that. And he's pulling 4 furrows, which is quite an innovation, because nearly all these tractors are 2 furrows, you see.
Right.
That's about all they can manage.
Yes.
So that was quite something.
Now, I think coming up, if we just move a bit forward, we've got
that's the International, I think. Case is coming back.
It's coming back, number 58.
That's right, and the International is 59. Well, I think the International Harvester on the stuff, and an International Farm All.
Oh, right.
It looks a bit prehistoric, but it works.
I'm also anxious that I don't get in the way of our American one here.
We don't want to break down the American alliance, do we?
No, absolutely. So here we are, look at this. I'm just going to come this side. Very loud as well.
Oh, there's no silencer. There'll be no silencer. Just to be a straight out pipe. Now that is a good bit of ploughing, that is. That's a lovely bit of ploughing.
There we are, that's amazing. It's just amazing how accurate and...
That's a splendid bit of work. That really is. That is really nice.
He's turning round.
Yeah.
Very, the wheels are interesting, all that grip, those spikes almost.
Yeah, spade lugs you call those.
They're called?
Spade lugs.
Spade lugs.
Yeah, they bolt onto the wheels.
Oh, I see.
Originally I used to have cleats, which are narrow strips but not very deep. But those are much better because you penetrate and get a good grip.
I'm just going to see if I can get a shot of him going in. Here he goes. It's an amazing piece of apparatus. And there it is. Definitely a dying craft. Let's head back to Richard. Very privileged to be able to run alongside those, because of course the public can't really do that, and I mustn't put the chaps off.
No, you won't put them off, I don't think, but if you get run over,
yes, it's my fault, absolutely.
No, the secretary did say he'd warned everybody to keep out of our way.
Oh. They knew we were coming. Oh, that's
oh yes,
great.
they all knew. Yes, so that's all right.
Well, that is, you know, you really have to come to an event like this to see it happening and to appreciate this sort of thing. Well, that's
right.
And it's so good that these shows go on. How long has this one been going?
Oh gosh, 100 years.
Really? Yeah.
I haven't got the paperwork with me. It's been going a very long time.
And you did you say you judged in the past?
No, I was president.
You were president
a few years ago, and that's quite nice. But you don't have to do much. The biggest burden is handing out all those prizes.
All those big trophies.
Oh, and saying the nice things to see.
And there are a lot of trophies, aren't there, for all different classes.
Well, nearly everybody leaves a trophy in memory for something.
Yes.
So there's all the farmers that used to be here. They've all left something. So, and they're valued because they're quite pricey things, a lot of them.
Yes, so. I bet they are. They look...
yeah, they're rather special.
They are special.
It's a nice event to keep going.
Yes, no, definitely. And on a day like this, I imagine you must have had some times when the weather has been a bit bad.
We have had. They used to have it on a Thursday.
Oh, right.
Years ago, which was nice for the men because they got a day off work.
Yes.
And were paid to go. But they moved it to Saturday, and it's been fine ever since. But Thursdays used to be a wet day very often.
Oh, right.
Sometimes you wouldn't be able to walk in. There should be all mud and slush.
Yes.
It has got better lately.
And is that harder for somebody ploughing if it is mud and slush?
Oh, if it's wet, I mean, especially the old tractors without all the hydraulic controls and everything.
Yes.
If it was wet, you just couldn't go.
You couldn't go.
So
other duties on the farm to be done that day.
Well, not only that. I mean, just the ploughed tractor wouldn't move.
Yes.
Know. There's a four-wheel drive, a big one over there. We'll see in a minute, perhaps.
Yes.
But, we'll have a look at those. We ought to go and look at the Caterpillar, I think.
Yes.
Because it's the only one here.
Let's go. And is he coming up?
He will do.
Well, we'll go and wait for him. Well, there we are. There he goes. The last, and I think the only one of those little caterpillars flying up the field. But there's still more to see at the show. That was terrific. That caterpillar going there.
Yes.
There's more to see. What other things go on at the show, Richard, just to end this little video?
Well, we've got hedge laying just over there, which we can see in a minute.
Wow.
That's quite interesting.
Hedge laying, yeah.
Bearing up, we did coppicing the other day, so we're going to look at that.
Fantastic.
Whether you want to go and watch the clay pigeon shooting, I don't know. That'll have to be another time, I think.
Yeah, maybe. And then I can have a wander around and look at the stalls as well.
That's right.
So there we go. Brilliant. Well, thank you again for this video. We'll go and have a look at hedge laying in a minute. But for now, join us on the next one. Till then, goodbye.
Bye.